Hello, Yakri here with another Warframe video. So this time I want to talk about what makes Mesa so damn good. Hopefully this will be the beginning of a series of videos, not doing general overviews or guides to frames, but just talking about a few of the more generally useful or powerful frames in the game and what it is that makes them so good at doing high-end content, not just making high-end content possible to do, but being able to do it efficiently, right? So in Mesa's case, it's the combination of really just two of her abilities, although her other two are useful as well. Shatter Shield and Peacemaker. Shatter Shield, there's not much to it. It's 95% damage reduction against bullets. If you get meleeed or if you're hit with an explosive, this won't protect you. However, anything that directly hits you will be reflected back at the person who shot it at you, and you'll only take 5% of the damage. This makes Mesa one of the tankiest Warframes in the game, actually, if you apply any kind of durability, and it also means that you can just skip that whole giving her any kind of durability nonsense in favor of straight up tanking damage and trying to kill things faster than they kill you. This goes hand in hand with her ultimate, Peacemaker. She draws her two regulator pistols and starts mowing down everyone in your line of sight. Well, now it's not really your line of sight. There's a small targeting reticle, so you have to aim a little bit yourself, but the main deal with this is that it just has an enormous amount of damage. She fires very quickly, has a high damage multiplier with power strength. The base damage is quite good. It's affected by the mods on your secondaries, and that adds something else to the mix. Right? So I've got the Twin Grakatas here, and this is the build I have. It's not quite maxed out. However, due to the fact that you can slam 3 primed mods on your secondaries, and these fit very well with Mesa's regulator pistols, means that once you do go through all the effort to really max all these things out, she has a huge amount of damage, does a really good crit build, and you also get a decent amount of status, if for nothing else, because she fires so quickly, and that corrosive damage type that I've got on here is going to apply. So, let's look at Mesa's build really quick here. So I got this set up for high power strength and a decent amount of efficiency. Range does not really matter. Duration matters a bit, but Shatter Shield, you notice I'm at slightly negative duration. Shatter Shield has a very long duration baseline. You could potentially do a somewhat different build where you drop fleeting expertise and maybe swap in something else, and that can totally be viable. I like this for general utility. Okay, so like I said, this isn't really supposed to be a guide, though. What I want to show off is why it is this makes Mesa really good. Hopefully I won't just die like a chump. I managed to survive this the last couple times I tested it. Alright. These are level 125 gunners, meaning very, very tough enemies. Should be kind of challenging for a lot of things to kill. You know, it's somewhat of an accomplishment being able to just mow them down. I think I got them all. All right. Ah. Well, Shadow Shield wore off, and I died instantly. Guess that's the advantages to actually putting a little bit of work into duration. Generally, I prefer a bit of a more active playstyle where you would use her ultimate, pop out of her ultimate, pop back into her ultimate, jump around a lot. In particular, I've found Mesa to be very useful lately on the plains of Eidolon because enemies can be kind of hard to see, and they're jumping in from spawn ships, or from those drop ships and all sorts of other places. And the combination of being durable and able to clear out enemies in a wide area without really being able to having to take aim at them is very nice. Of course, because she does so much damage, and because of the semi-automated nature of her ultimate, you don't have to really aim in on things. This makes Mesa ideal for very high-level content where you want to clear out enemies quickly, because if you have, say, Banshee in your party, or you're benefiting from a Rhino buff, for example, you're going to do an absolutely stupid amount of damage. If enemies are armor stripped, that's a little bit less of a problem because you can't have corrosive proc in your weapons, so with the high fire rate, that can kind of negate the need for that, but point is you can go to crazy high enemy levels. Your single shots from your ultimate can go into the millions with Banshee sonar builds. So yeah, crazy amounts of damage. And that's what makes her good. She can let me do this a little bit again with slightly lower level enemies to show what I'm talking about with like just jumping around and shit. Because I don't really want to like go out to the plains and fucking make another separate video. But we got some level 80 guys. All right, Shadow Shield up, and you can use her kind of like this, right? You can jump around, aim glide in, and finish your ultimate, mow down some enemies, swap out of it, And initially it does less damage and doesn't, it has like a, a wider focus, right? Which is actually handy for mowing down lots of low-level enemies. And it's sort of up to you to move in and out of her ultimate as needed to take down tougher enemies, right? Versus higher-level targets, you have to stay in the ultimate and try and let it focus in for more damage and fire rate. And versus low-level enemies, it's actually better to just jump in and out of it a lot. This creates a fairly fun, engaging playstyle, and more importantly, means that Mesa is very flexible in the type of content she's useful for, because you can jump around, moving in and out of her ultimate and lower-level content to easily clear out swaths of enemies and complete objectives quickly. Versus high-level content, you still have that option to aim in and finish them off, and still end up killing enemies quite quickly for their level, right? They're level 125 or higher. And that's what's made Mesa one of my favorite frames in recent times, and I think you should try her out if you haven't already. She's a lot of fun. Yakri out.